Hey, Apex traders, how you guys doing? Hopefully you guys had a great day today. I know a lot of you were trading these markets today. It was a vast opportunity. If you knew the ranges, if you knew where the market is going today, we actually had that identified bright and early. Today's all day, midday range, and then we had some game plan laid out for the Powell speech, the FOMC speech. Wanted to see if one of our three layouts was going to actually take place. We got a mix of layout one, layout two, and it was kind of a bit of a tricky day, even for us. Ended up catching a red trade today after missing out on a very good trade, which we'll go through and discuss here. Okay. Other than that, it was a great day, lots of opportunity. Even though it was a wide ranging day, these are the kind of days that can make your month. Okay, there was a lot of opportunity here, and we'll go ahead and discuss this on our two yellow bar play, which we've been discussing in these videos here. So, shooting this video from home a little bit later than usual. We had a busy day, lots of phone calls, lots of emails, lots of clients. It was just a slam day. So, left the office, came home for the day, and going to go ahead and do this recap for you guys. Wanted to go over today's red trade and show you guys that even professionals make mistakes. Actually made quite a big error today in the Apex account. The type of error that had I traded this at work in this particular fashion probably would have got me either written up or laid off for the week. So again, we're human beings, guys. We talk to you guys about this in these videos all the time. It's not what you can make, it's what you can keep. Important to keep structured. Have a rule base. Have a system that you're trading. You notice in these videos we trade this two yellow bar setup, okay? For a reason. We also have a few other strategies that we trade. And today, on the trade I'm going to show you here in a sec, actually was not either one of those. Ended up getting squeezed, and that is a very rare occurrence for me. Ended up getting squeezed on this, had to manage out of the position, was quite the mistake. So let's go ahead and go over the trade and lessons learned so that we can move forward from it. And how do you guys evaluate your own trades when you're red? Do you make mistakes? Was it an emotional mistake? What caused you to make those mistakes, etc.? Let's review the chart. All right, let's go ahead and go through this. So first off, to start off the day, we had identified we're going to get a drop in the morning. So sat down quite early today. It was like 4:30, 4:40, something like that. I was like up in here. Sat down, like, okay, we started to see a setup here on the higher time frames. So go back through the analysis video. We're looking actually at the 240 chart and the 360 chart on the SPY. So right up in this zone here. Okay, notice that strong buy though. We did not grab that, but oh well. So let's go back to today's action. Charts bouncing around a little bit over here. Here we go. Right up in here, we started to see this setup. This was yesterday. And then we start to see here a little bit of a setup here. We'll go through this with the members. I want to really put this on part on YouTube, but there's actually a structured setup here. Like, okay, that's perfect. That gives us our range for the day. So now going back to the actual time frame, the trading time frame. So we had the range established bright and early. We're like, okay, now we'll go ahead and wait for our 2-bar yellow bar to set up and work out. So just had dinner, guys. So don't mind me if I'm missing out on a few words here and there. It's been a long day. Okay, but let's go ahead and go through the trade. So we had a single yellow bar. What do we look for if you've been watching these videos each and every single day? Okay, our A formation to break, push lower, consolidation of some sort, maybe then a fluke candle, another yellow bar, and then ride that baby up. Okay, you see this in these videos day in and day out. Now today, actually did not get the A formation after that yellow bar. We got that long period of consolidation. If you remember 2, 3 videos ago, that long period of consolidation means you're typically going to get a break of that level or whatever's below you, break of structure, and go a little bit further, okay? And you want to wait for the resets. Remember if we saw that video, what we talked about in that video. In this case, we got a long period of consolidation, nice drop below, never really hit the threshold. So the threshold was down here towards this red line. Threshold never hit. Like, okay, this is going to bounce back up. So as soon as we started to see this form, the second yellow bar, this green arrow here, formulated, then the yellow bar locked in, and pull that up here. There we go. Yellow bar locked in, and the plan or the thesis here was to go ahead and jump into both accounts. So I was actually at this time trading my personal account. I was already done with the clients and trading work accounts all through this. And then I wanted to trade my personal account and also this Apex account simultaneously. And oh boy, did I make a mistake there, because right here, as soon as that bar closed, I hammered in on my account. Like, okay, we'll go ahead and ride this up. I can trade a little bit more manageable size on my account. And then when we get the normal fluctuation, something like what you see here, or like the rest of these videos that we've been putting out every week or every day, you'll see a candle of some sort like this, with a bit of a body like this, okay? And that's where I was planning to enter on this Apex account. Go ahead and hammer that in for the normal stuff that you see each and every day, something like this, and then get this baby to go. That actually did not occur, so it just kind of left me in its dust. So entered it in my account, was not able to enter on the Apex account. So today was actually a no trade morning on the 2 yellow bars set up in the Apex account. Okay, and that plays into today's emotions, today's error later on. Okay, we'll go through that here next. But as far as the 2 yellow bar setup, for those of you members who are trading this, or those of you who are just reviewing these YouTube videos, then what is step 2? After you get locked in, you got your entry price, all given by the indicator, the purple line there, that is your entry price. Sometimes that'll move up a little bit higher, a little bit lower. That is the best suggested entry price. And then set the stop, and then just follow that stop and stay in. Notice how the stop worked. Actually kept you in the trade. At this point, I was already out. Did not get the size I wanted because of the later entry here, which skews the risk reward. You grab a higher entry, piece in as you go in and out. I actually ended up taking profit right here-ish. I remember it was like right there, and then like right there at the green line, right there. And then I was all out of the trade, right in that zone there. Like 41 something. Somewhere in here, right? Let's look at all of that. So, oh well, it happens. But the indicator, for those of you that held, for those of you that traded a little bit differently, look at the indicator. Nice, easy hold all through this move. No reason to exit. You see this in the videos day in and day out. Sometimes you'll get a little bit of move. Sometimes you'll get 0.5% move. Sometimes a 1% move. Just depends. Each and every single day is different. Key being, you follow the rules, follow the game plan, follow what we're looking at each and every single day, a strategic system, and you'll go ahead and come out ahead. Okay? Great trade. Didn't get you out of that trade until all the way up here, especially if you have this automated. So some of our systems are automated, and on this version here, then wouldn't have got you out all the way until up here, which is actually just about a 1% move, about 36 points or so. So not a bad trade there. Great trade. Again, I was out with my personal account right around here. No Apex trade here. Very unfortunately. Again, how that plays into the emotions. Because now, as the rest of the day played out, I'm green in client accounts, I'm green in other accounts, and I am green in my own personal account. No trade at this time in this Apex account. So I actually got in my head a little bit. I was like, well, okay, I'll go ahead and catch one of the 3 scenarios that we laid out in the analysis video of what we were looking for on the PAL trade. So right here, started to look at this, like, okay, this is going to short. Let's go ahead and make sure that the level breaks. No level broke, actually just punctured right through, spiked right back up. So sat there and watched it, waited. Same setup essentially, right, on the inverse side. You guys watching these videos. So our 2 yellow bar play, just about the same setup on the orange bar. Okay, got the first orange bar, actually waited a little bit, got short, got stopped out on the first trade. So took a short position, I believe it was like right there. Come on. Took a short position right there, and got stopped out as we broke that high right where the ATR stop was. So first trade of the day was red in the Apex account. I believe at that time it was red like, I want to say it was just under 500, like 500 or $495 or something like that. So $500 red on that trade. Okay, cool. Still no big deal. And right here I messed up. Now I got a red trade, 2 green accounts, 1 red account. Missed out on an amazing move. Okay, would have got really, really close to completing that funded account on the Apex on this move. So that's kind of weighing in on my mind all throughout this. Like, okay, we'll go ahead and catch this next trade. And oh boy, was I not expecting this big of a squeeze here. If you go through and watch the SPY levels that we were looking at on the other video, you'll see what we had. As soon as this bar formulated, we saw that this was, yes, it's the 2 orange bar play, but because of the way the next candle formed, tells you a little bit of patience. So went ahead and waited a bit. Actually ended up taking a short somewhere in here. It's a little bit higher than our normal entry zones that we normally take. So took an entry here, which again, rule break number 1. Got a mismatch entry. Not something I'm typically trading. If you see like the yellow bars, same exact thing, right? Ended up pushing up against me, I should say. Got an add back there, and then now looking for the reversion to come back down. So if you saw yesterday's video, I believe it was yesterday or the day before, so something like this, right? When you see that, this type of formation right here, and then you'll look for the engulfing candle, come back down, you'll get either a consolidation phase or a drop. Okay, we've traded that a few times in these videos. Kind of what I was looking for there, but it was just a misread on my part. Took an entry, added, got stuck in this consolidation phase happened right here on this candle is when I knew, like, oh boy, all right, this is gonna have to be a manage out of the position type of trade. There's gonna be no way to recover this. So I knew I had this 42.97. This is a very, very big level, 42.97 based on weekly charts. So I'm like, all right, I'll go ahead and try and manage myself out of this position. Go ahead and get out. Now again, this is where the mistake happened. Okay, I'm experienced enough to know that I can manage out of the position, but that does not make it right. Okay, this is where mistakes happen, especially if you guys are new. Take these lessons away. A lot of you new traders who are just coming in under 3 years in the market, you're going to make mistakes like this and hold too long. Okay, if you do not know the importance of a level like this is not the same as a level like this, or depending on your technical analysis skills. You can't just rely on every single level, especially if it's a moving average, a VWAP, or something else, a Bollinger Band that you're coming into. A lot of people hold through those, okay? Pay attention to that. Very, very important that you cut losers no matter what your experience level is. This could have turned very, very badly on me very quickly. Now, I'm experienced enough to manage out of a position, but does not make it right. So wanted to go through that lesson here. So ended up holding through all this consolidation right here in this bar. I knew we were going to get that pop. Shoot. All right, what do I do now? So now, as we've discussed in all of our analysis videos, right here, no print, meaning we're going to come in, print it, spike it, and then at this point is where, nope, go back up. At this point, it was like, well, if this spikes, does not turn within 2-3 candles, I'm going to have to go ahead and exit. And I was red right here at the peak of this candle, $2,800. So just for reference on what this move was like. So still within threshold. I wasn't heavy, thankfully. Wanted to leave myself room to add. So only red 2,800. Still within the threshold in this account. You guys seen these videos, I like to be right around 2,500 is my threshold. So I got 2,800 on the peak of that. As we started the downturn, now at this point I'm already like, okay. You know, I have it engraved in my head. This is where I would have got written up at work. Cannot do stuff like this. So did not add back here like I should have. Ended up just holding through that. Waited for the engulfing candle. Here is the engulfing candle. Okay, pay attention. You'll always hit a spike of the level after some consolidation build, and then you'll have a puncture back down, an engulfing candle, and then you'll have some type of next erratic move. Okay, This next erratic move is usually the one that stops everyone out. It'll look something like this, right? A big old candle, and most people end up getting stopped out at the top. So I was very, very um, prepared and light on the keys. If we were going to come up and get anywhere near this 42.9750 again, I was just going to go ahead and stop out. Would have been about a $2,400 loss, $2,500 loss or so. So actually ended up getting stuck in this. No engulfing candle. That gave me a breath of fresh air and just, all right, I'll go ahead and trickle this down and get out at the best possible position that I can. So it was right here, 14, just before 14.15, right here, which is 2:15 my time. So right here on this candle, I don't know if you guys can see that right there, ended up exiting that position a little bit above my average for a $925 loss. Again, that is one of those moments where you get lucky, right? This engulfing candle here and then this third bar here could have ended up like this quite rapidly. Okay, so I have to pay attention to the lessons that your own body is giving you. Okay, this all started for me, even in all my years doing this now, right? This still happens. Okay, you still have mistakes. You're still a human being. Okay, missed a great trade today. 2 green accounts. I have this YouTube thing on my mind, so I'm thinking about all that, and I ended up breaking a rule set today. It happens. It's part of it. Now, can you control the losses? Can you manage out of it? If you are not that skilled yet, okay, enough dedication, you can all get there. If you are not that skilled yet, what you want to do is go ahead and exit the position, reevaluate. Okay, notice where you're at. Notice where you're at emotionally. Right here, I had to take a pretty big self-assessment. Just think about this. Okay, what am I doing? Right now, I'd be my risk manager would be all over me had this been a work account. Okay, this is not okay. So, taking the panic aside, taking the emotions aside, sat there, evaluated the chart. All right, how can I manage out of a bad position and go ahead and rescue the day? So, I believe that's what I did. Overall, not proud of this trade. I would say experience saved me on it, but that was really, really about it. Could have gone a lot worse. Again, 2,800, 2,900 wouldn't have been horrible or blown up the account or nothing, but still, it's an unnecessary loss. Those unnecessary losses are the ones that break you as a trader. If you make those too frequent, you make those type of mistakes frequently, not only does it drain your mental capital, but it drains your actual capital as well. Okay? So keep that in mind. Hopefully you guys like this one. A little bit of transparency there. Again, we're all human beings. We all make mistakes. Tomorrow we'll be back at it looking for our 2 yellow bar, 2 orange bar setup. Hopefully you guys like the video. See you in tomorrow's recap, guys. Later, guys. Oh yeah, almost forgot. Stopped the video, stopped the recording, started to do the editing, and then completely forgot. Forgot to show the P&L. There we go. There's a screenshot before we left the office. So $925 red on the day in the Apex account. So there we go. Again, hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day. See you in tomorrow's recap, guys. Later.